court calls the matter of Britton versus Hurst, case number 2021-5673 BC. All parties and attorneys could please state their name and appearance for the record, starting with the plaintiff, Dylan.
My name is Dylan John Tyler Britton. What was the rest? I'm sorry.
No, nothing. I'm waiting for Ms. Greenlee Court to put her appearance on.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Attorney Allison Greenlee Court appearing on behalf of the defendant, Barbara Hurst.
Good morning, everyone. Today's date and time set for a continuation. This matter is being done by remote technology. The contents of this video may be official record of a proceeding of the State of Michigan's 9th Judicial Circuit. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or alteration of said content is strictly prohibited. We're here today for temporary parenting time. Mr. Britton wants parenting time. Mr. Britton, what are you seeking for with regards to parenting time?
Well, I really just want to do straight across board 50-50 share custody. That's what I wanted.
Okay. When was the last time you saw the child?
I have not seen her since May 2nd.
Okay.
Or talk to her.
Greenlee Court. Okay, Ms. Greenlee Court, he wants 50-50 time. You filed a parenting time statement, which really is not evidence for the record, but what is your client's position with regards to parenting time?
Your Honor, the reason why we filed it as we did is because there isn't any pending motion for parenting time. We're just kind of here to kind of talk about it, is my understanding. My client is against him having unsupervised parenting time at this time. Mr. Britton has, in the past, gone 8 months without seeing the minor child until his mother picked up the minor child and then withheld the child until May from mother. During that time, he wouldn't release the child. She wasn't able to see the child until his cousin called her and told her, well, I'm taking care of the kid. I don't want to do it anymore. Come get her. And that's when my client took the child back. Mr. Britton has a criminal history, as you can see from our statement. He had 2 cases against mother, one for domestic violence, in which we think he served probation. The other one, he pled guilty to breaking and entering into her home and taking some items while she was there with the minor child. At this point in time, we're not certain that Mr. Britton is stable enough to have the minor child and that he's not a flight risk. We would request that parenting time be supervised in a public location by my client. We would suggest perhaps a park would be a good spot to start, and that we also have a psychological exam of Mr. Britton at this time.
Does your client believe she's capable of supervising or it won't result in a dangerous situation?
Your Honor, I can certainly ask her that on the record. The other option would be Family and Children's Services. I'm just not sure how open they are right now with appointments.
Not very.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask Mr. Britton a couple questions. Were you convicted of a domestic violence against mom in 2019?
No, it was dropped to a misdemeanor of just disturbing the peace, because she called me over to pick up clothes. I'm sorry, what?
What was it dropped down to?
To a misdemeanor of disturbing the peace.
Okay, but you were charged
and
with domestic violence? Okay, what about this alleged break-in in 2020? They said you pled guilty to breaking and entering into mother's home?
No. That was the one in 2019, and I did not plead guilty to that.
Okay, there's a case number 21-03758-SM. Did you break into mother's home in December of 2020?
No, I was told to come over and pick up clothes. I walked in, and then after I walked in, she started arguing with me, and then grabbed my hat, threw it down the hall, and then had her cousin call the cops and said I broke it in her.
Were you charged for that incident?
No, I did not get charged for that. I got charged for disturbing the peace. They dropped it down to disturbing the peace. And $50, and I think that was it. Because of the evidence.
It's fair to say you and mother do not have a good relationship. Is that correct?
No, not at all. She because I had my daughter since after the day after her birthday. It was the 11th of January. Sorry. I'm dyslexic, so it jumps around. But I had her since the second day, and then the second day her birthday, and she got taken away the day after my birthday. And I would allow her to see her daughter anytime she wanted to, would meet her at any point she wanted to, but she would not compensate or anything. She would always say no.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Mr. Britton?
Yes, I have Lucy in school. I registered for school since July. I have not seen my daughter since the last court that we had. I had no contact still with my daughter. I tried to make contact with Barb, text and call her. She did not respond. And then the third one is Barb is currently pregnant, and I don't know if those kids could be mine or not. And I want to do right by the kid. Paternity test.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait till Ms. Greenlee-Core, is your client pregnant?
She is, but she would state that the children are not Mr. Britton's, and he can certainly file a paternity case when the time comes if he feels that is appropriate.
All right, anything else, Ms. Greenlee-Core?
Just that the court can certainly look up these cases itself and see the case history for them.
Is your client, the child's 5, I believe. Does your client have the child registered at any preschool or school?
I don't know. Barbara, is the minor child registered in any sort of schooling for the fall?
Not yet. I was waiting to hear back on what's going on to get him to school. I do have paperwork that I can fill out to get her in school. I wanted to possibly do online schooling for.
Okay, so is the answer no, Barbara?
Yes.
Okay, so no, Your Honors, the child's not registered anywhere at this time. I don't think the child's required to be registered anywhere given the child's age.
No, not at this child. Sir, where did you register? Where did you register the child at?
I registered in Portage.
Okay. 1 second here. Just going through the records here. I don't have easy access to district court records. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to order supervised parenting time because I don't believe that with this relationship with the mother and the father, that's a good idea. What I will order is a psychological evaluation on father and a custody, parenting time, and child support review. So I can get more information because both parties seem to have very different understandings of what has happened in the past. And they'll be able to hopefully, or Ms. Greenlee-Core, you can present the documents that show he was convicted of certain crimes, but it's not as easy to get into the district court database as it is circuit court. So I don't have quick at my fingertip access to the district court. So I will do a custody, child, parenting time, and child support order for an investigation and a psychological evaluation with regards to Mr. Britton. I do believe, looking at the past history, that there is enough there to warrant that at this time. So we'll get the order out for that, and then once we get everything in, we'll be able to set a hearing, and then we'll be able to figure out what parenting time should be. But at this time, I don't think it's safe for anybody to have mom supervise. Even if she is willing, I don't think that's a good idea at this time. There's obviously some animosity between the parties. So I'll get that order out for custody, parenting time, psychological evaluation, and child support order. Mr. Britton, anything further?
Nope.
Ms. Greenlee-Core, anything further?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay.
Is there actually one thing?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Is there any way I can actually have contact with my daughter yet, so I can talk to her?
At this point, I want to get these reports in, and then we can start getting something on a more permanent basis. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right. We will be adjourned. We'll get the referrals out. Please cooperate, both parties, with